you are on this very planet that Chukwokika Biama created to his glory. We welcome you to another explosive exposition of the very fraudulent contraption, the very diseased abomination that the British created for the enslavement of the children of light. We have come to destroy. We have come to render asunder. We have come to decimate that very tower of darkness, that very zoological republic, that very cesspit of iniquity and of evil. We have come that the blind may see. We have come that the deaf may hear. We have come that even those who through no fault of theirs, but as a result of having subjected themselves to a very disastrous educational system in the zoo, they have become stupid. Here we have come to enlighten and to educate without any apologies to anybody, without mincing words, without fear before our enemies, determined and resolute, indestructible, and the precipitous collapse of the zoo is inevitable. Absolutely inevitable. The devil may try all it can. Those who go before them to peddle falsehood, those who go to work for them, those who are the workers of darkness and of iniquity, we can assure them that we are resolute, we are determined, and there is nothing anybody can do to stop this very invade as many times as you like, kill as many people as you like, propagate falsehood after falsehood as many times as you like, buy up every media space in the zoo, go and connive with people in the diplomatic circles abroad, eyebrow consultancy firm in the world, select some diplomats in the zoo and bribe them. Select those you send to the key countries around the world. None of these things you're doing is capable of stopping us. It doesn't matter what you say. It doesn't matter what you write. It doesn't matter the type of chatter you have behind our backs. All those things you're doing is a complete and utter waste of time, because Biafra must come. There is nothing anybody can do about it. That is why we preach this gospel. That is why we propagate this very message of redemption. That is why Elohim said that Biafra will come. You will not fire a bullet, but Biafra will come. Because Chukwokika Biama has gone before us. And you will hear what will happen to the zoo in weeks and months to come. This is 1 year, 2020. They will never, ever, ever in their lives forget. It does not matter what the enemy does, it's irrelevant. Buy over Twitter, buy over Facebook, bribe the British High Commissioner to Nigeria, bribe the US Ambassador to Nigeria, department in America. But there is one thing I want all of us to understand this very evening. We are facing a very formidable array of enemies, both external and within. And we are going to overcome each and every one of these obstacles. That I can assure you. That they may know that the God we worship is an invisible God, not a God that was wrought by the hands of men. For we do not worship idol, and we can never ever worship idol. Is impossible. This very family, this IPOB, belongs to the Most High. And that is how it's going to be until Biafra comes and beyond, to eternity. This evening, I want to place it on record that our enemies are intensifying their attack against us from every corner. I am not saying this as lamentation or complaint. I am only trying to prepare our people for what is to come. You are being prepared for what is to come. The time has come to separate the chaff from the wheat itself. Our march is very, very near. The enemies are trembling, they are quaking, they are doing all they can to try to stop us. But they have failed very woefully, and they will continue to fail. But I want to tell you that we are getting attacks from everywhere all over the world. And very soon, they will buy over some of you. Some of you, they will buy some of you over. The spirit of Oba Biasika and Ifajuna are still in some of you. When the time comes, they will buy you over. I am not doing this program tonight to ask all of you to be strong. I am doing it to remind you, not that if they succeed in buying you over, you're not going to stop what we're doing. You can't. You cannot. Not in a trillion years. But I need you to appreciate one very simple fact. That at the end of this very race, everybody will testify that indeed Chukwuokike Abiama, the same God of Israel, of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the same God of Ehiri in Aguleri, the same God of Umweri, the same God of Ora Eri, the same God of Owe Eri, the same God of Arochukwu. Not to be nobody, the true God, one true God. You will know that indeed, not only is he omnipotent, that same God is the owner of this very agitation. No human being can stop it. We have enemies, and we need to be very, very careful, both within and without. Very, very careful. The next 2 weeks will be very pivotal. Next 2 weeks will be very, very important in the life, or should I say, in this very mission that we have embarked upon. The devil will do everything. And you are going to watch spectacularly how we are going to destroy and shame the enemy. That at the end, every glory and adoration will belong to God and not to man. Now let us go and tell you what is happening that some of you do not understand. I want those of you who are hardcore, those who were chosen before you were born. There were some people who were chosen before they were born to agitate for Biafra restoration. This is a message for you. Those who from their mother's womb they were born to do this very work. You must be very, very strong. Because Biafra will open the eyes of black people all over the world. Because Biafra will mean that blacks from America, blacks from the Caribbean, from Southern America, they will all flood into Africa. It will be like the time that Yeshua was born. Biafra is like a light, a beacon. They will follow it. They will say, let us go and see what is happening there. That is what these no-colonialists do not want. They don't want Biafra to come. I am telling our people so they understand. The mountains, I didn't say one mountain, the mountains in front of us that we need to overcome. And for us to overcome it, we need to be very strong mentally, mental strength. Just like when you're doing anything in life, and it appears as if you are being buffeted from everywhere. That is the time that you no longer rely on willpower or your muscles. You go to your brain to endure and to persevere and to keep going until you overcome. That is the stage we are in right now. To make sure that our brain is in gear to confront everything the Janjaweed has to throw at us. We don't have money. Their budget is over $20 billion to fight us. They can bribe Facebook. They can buy them off. They can do anything they like. They can come to some of you and bribe you off. They can promise you what you've never had before. They can give you maybe a house in Dubai. They can promise you a vehicle. They can tell you, oh, we'll make you vice president. They can promise you anything to make sure that you're like them. But this very IPOB, this very hardcore is not going to move. And I will tell you why we can't move.
We have tried to live in Nigeria designed by Great Britain and handed to us. We have found it difficult to live in that Nigeria. We have fought a civil war, killed so many people, and still we have the same problems reoccurring. Perhaps the time has come to revisit the very foundations of Nigeria.
Nigeria is an evil entity, very, very satanic. You want to change the narrative. It's IPOB, they're the aggressors. I saw some women, was it yesterday? Give them their Biafra. We don't want to die. Look at murderers calling other people murderers. Can you believe such nonsense? The Fulani leaders, you cannot win. You cannot defeat IPOB. You people were the ones that established many terror organizations in Nigeria in a bid to overwhelm the country and take over the territories for your Fulani people. IPOB became a stumbling block to that very janjaweed expansionist tendency. True or false? Am I lying? You were ruling Nigeria before, doing everything you like, controlling NMPC, controlling the seaport, customs, everywhere you ever. Now, finally, because you felt that you subdued everybody else, now you can now march on with your foot soldiers into the east because you've taken over Yoruba land. Of course, I know that very well. You came and we said, no, you can't come into this land to take it. Come and do your business and go. You said no. Now, because we defeated Mietiala, you now brought in police and army with official uniform, official badge to come and kill people. And I also want to remind Twitter, because they're listening. Twitter, please. Do you know that in the Nigerian army and police, there are terrorists there? Are you aware that Nigeria actively recruited terrorists, killers and murderers and rapists, and gave them army and police uniforms? Are you aware of that? How can anybody, Yoruba journalists, how can you people in your infantile stupidity refer to Nigeria as having an army or Nigeria police? Or where are those terrorists that they conscripted into the Nigerian army and Nigerian police? Where are they? People without shame, where are they? I'm asking you. Fulani, you want to change the narrative? Of course not. They want to put the blame of insecurity in Nigeria on IPOB. Can you believe that? Can you believe these people? Can you believe them? Can you believe these people? And luckily, as God will have it, they are slaughtering themselves in the north. But IPOB securing the east are the ones to be blamed for the insecurity in the east. There is a clip I want everybody to play, please. Who opposed them opened his mouth and said, I invited the army to come into Olo. There was nothing happening. Fulani, who opposed them gave Fulani land in Olo to do Ruga, Fulani settlement. And we said no. We drove the Fulani murderers and terrorists away. Who opposed them now invited his friends, his masters from the north, to bring in their army and heavy machinery into Olu to kill us. That was how all these things started. All of you have forgotten. Black people in this UG, black, you have all forgotten the Genesis. The same way that all of you that are blaming Boko Haram is a terrorist group, Boko Haram, what they're doing. But when Nigerian police were busy killing their leader and killing everybody else, all of you were just there drinking Fradununu. Doing betting on Chelsea versus Man U, or Liverpool versus Man City. Nigeria army and police will go out and commit atrocity upon atrocity. All of you will be there, you keep quiet. Any day, those people out of anger rise up and retaliate. All of you baboons and monkeys will start writing rubbish. Do you know why? Because you have no conscience, you have no soul, you're a black person, you are the embodiment of evil. Is the truth. I don't care who bans whoever or whatever, I don't give a toss. I must preach the truth. Black people are wicked. By nature, very wicked people. That is why you forget the atrocities that your police and your army always commit. You forget. In a twinkle of an eye, you forget. Our army, our police. Now listen to me very carefully, please. You are blaming ESN, whereas it is the same Fulani terrorists masquerading as headsmen that are responsible for orchestrating all the insecurity in and around Nigeria. Fulani, you have Boko Haram. Fulani, talking about insecurity in the east. Hey. Whereas 91 people were slaughtered yesterday they were killed yesterday. You have the guts. You people have no shame. You have the guts to stand up and be talking about insecurity in the east. And you're a senator from Kebbi State or Kebbi, whatever they call it. And 91 of your constituents were slaughtered. You didn't see it. You are talking about east. Fulani, who formed Boko Haram. Fulani, who formed ISIS in West Africa province, ISWAP. Fulani, who formed Miyetti Allah. Fulani, who formed Ansaru. Fulani, who formed these headsmen and bandits you claim are foreign. Fulani, who brought out murderers and killers and terrorists from prison and gave them military and police uniforms. It is you people. You have now spread them around the country, causing mayhem, abducting people from schools. These are the same place. Hi, this people there. Ha, Fulani, you think everybody's as stupid as you are? You go, you kidnap students from their schools in the north, you get ransom, you buy more arms, you embolden yourselves. You have the guts to conduct a live press conference talking about insecurity in the east. Don't people have shame? Anyway, you don't. Who are the bandits, or should I say terrorists, taking hostages of school children and demanding ransom? Are they not Miyetti Allah, Miyetti, the chief negotiator? Who are the people destroying farms, raping and killing their victims daily around Nigeria? Fulani. Fulani. You know what? How they manage to convince some of you is what I find astonishing, despite the overwhelming evidence. How they The foundation for the liberation and independence of Biafra has been laid by this government, and it is very, very strong. We build this particular foundation of the liberation on solid rock. Are you not seeing it? We are not shaking. I am standing very, very strong, making sure that I'm taking the bullet that they are firing at Biafra people, because their target is you. They believe that once they take Mazen Nnamdi Kanu out of the way, they will come for all of you. That is exactly what is happening in other parts of Nigeria, because nobody is there to stand on the way for them. And they are annihilating people, killing them, sending them to IDP camp. I told them, you see this face, okay, deceive very well. To deceive you. The momentum of the Biafra liberation today have necessitated all the discussion you see. Everybody is talking. Release Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Why are they keeping him? Some of them claim that he was not fighting the way I'm fighting, but you kidnap him. Some of them are now addressing him as a gentleman. But you went and kidnapped a gentleman. They say, oh, he's more reasonable. He's not, but you kidnapped him. What were you thinking? All of them contributed money. When Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was speaking, it was their headache. They couldn't sleep every day. Oh, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, he's destroying Ali Igbo. Oh, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, he's doing this, he's doing that. Today, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is no longer destroying Ali Igbo. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is no longer causing problem. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is no longer is the good man. Is the only man now that is very reasonable. And I have not even started. Because you see what Agaku Nigeria Igwe. Agaku Nigeria Igwe. And you know the next level is by taking all their terrorist barracks, taking all the government houses. That is the next level we will go, because it is part of the defense of our land. These places are places where the attack against our people are being planned.
Before you, proud to be a servant of such a heroic people. Today I stand before you to proclaim that our heroic youth in the various fronts have turned the tide of this war. They have smashed all enemy offensives directed at our destruction. In the air, they have destroyed systematically the sinews of Nigeria's military might. The Biafran Air Force, small as it is, has stopped the entire oil flow of Nigeria from the mainland west. All protestations to the contrary by the British Broadcasting Corporation and Harold Wilson are mere wishful thinking. Our gallant boys are men tempered of steel. They have wrested the initiative from the Gawan enemy, and the Nigerian hordes are in trepidation and on the point of rout. The confusion of the enemy in the battlefields is only matched by the confusion in his home. Fight on, brave boys, fight on, heroes of our fatherland. Pursue the enemy, harass him, destroy the invader. March on, brave boys, now that victory is in sight. March on and hasten the disintegration of the enemy already set in motion. March on, young men.
Iwe were iwe gị n'ọnụma iwe dị aleta anyị ụmụ anyị wee na-anwụsị ụfọdụ nọ n'ụzọ ije ha anaghị alọta ụlọ ọzọ nne na nna wee na-ata ahụhụ wee na-ata ikikere eze nwaanyị kunie ka ọ gaa ubi gaa rụọ ọrụ Fulani chiri ehi bata ebe ala ihe niile n'iyi okwu ebepụ ya isi anyị bụ ka anyị kpọkụ onye nwe anyị n'ugwu Awụsa ahụ ejide anyị wee gbuo ihe ọbụla anyị mara aka n'ime ha si na ka ha aga n'ihu elekwa ọdụ ụgbọ mmiri n'igwe ọcha bụ ememiri ọhịa nke dị na Kalaba otu aka ahụ anyị na-ala nsọ ebe Biafra bụ ndị kọstọm sokwenye anyị n'etiti anyị anọghị n'ime mmiri kama kọstọm juru ebe niile ha wee na-ata anyị ahụhụ anyị kwe sịpụta anyị ka kpọchie anyị kwe sịpụta anyị ka gbagbuo anyị onye nwe anyị na Chineke na nke bi n'igwe ọ bụ ụzọ ọjọọ aga ka isi wee hụ ndị iro anyị n'anya wee karịa ndị nke gị akwa anyị bụ ụmụ Chineke akwa ọba aha anyị ka anyị na-aza akwa ọba anyị nwe na-aza ike Chukwu akwa ọba anyị nwe na-aza amara Chineke akwa ọba anyị nwe na-aza Chisom akwa ọba anyị nwe na-aza Chizọba nna nke dị nsọ onye ime eluigwe dịka otu onye iro dị na anyị bụ ụmụ gị bịa ka iwe zọpụta anyị bịa ka iwe napụta anyị n'aka ọjọọ ihe bịa ka iwe lụọrọ anyị ọgụ bịa ka iwe tịtụ ozu ọ bụ ọgụwa mgbe emilere Goliat Chineke nna nke igwe ruo ememire Fero sikwa otu a mee ka Fero gbagụzọ n'ihu ụmụ ndị IPOB ka o wee taa akwụkwọ iguni ọtọ ọzọ ị ga na-edu anyị n'ụzọ niile nke ezi omume ọ bụla adịghị na anyị na-aga ndagwurugwu onyinye ọnwụ ọ bụ bụ nwa bụ ekekere eluigwe n'ụwa onye ọbụla kere gị nweghị mmalite nweghị ọgwụgwụ kama anyị onwe anyị gwa anọkwa ahụ ofu ụbọchị anyị ga-anwụ n'ezie kama marakwa na okwu gị na-anọgide gị mgbe ebighị ebi ọ bụ ya mere anyị ji were gị n'anya isi anyị wee na-asị nna nke dị nsọ bịa ka iwe gosi anyị Biafra na ndụ na-abụghị n'ọnwụ bịa ka iwe mee ka ebe gị na amara gị wee kpuchiri anyị ka uwe bịa ka iwe zọpụta ndị nke gị bịa ka iwe mee ka Biafra wee bịa ka anyị na-ewetụta na nsọpụrụ na ịja mma site n'aha gị onye bụ Chineke abịa ma
ise Good evening, Biafrans. Good evening, lovers of freedom all over the world. I welcome you to this program this evening. I welcome you on this platform, IPOB Western Cape Media TV. We are reaching you live from Cape Town. We welcome you, you lovers of freedom, and as we welcome you this evening, we'd like you to welcome your friends, your family, your brothers and sisters. Welcome all of us of freedom who reside around you. We welcome you with open hearts, and we want you to be happy that you are here this evening because it is quite a privilege for you to be here this evening. And we are happy you are here, and we thank you for being part of this program this evening. I welcome you in the name of Chukwu Premier, and I thank you for being part of this family. Thank you for being part of this program this evening. We love you and we cherish your presence. We will never take your presence for granted. So I welcome you this evening. Share this program. Share it in all the platforms where you belong. Share it on your Facebook, on your Twitter handle, on your YouTube channels. Share it everywhere. People need to hear from us because we are back and we are better. I want you to know that we are live in all our social media platforms. We are live on our YouTube page, IPOB Western Cape Media TV. We are also live on our Twitter handle, formerly X, IPOB Western Cape Media TV. We are not live today in our Facebook because we have a little issue which will be sorted as soon
as possible. So if you can find us on our Facebook page, which is also IPOB Western Cape Media TV, but today we are not there. So if you cannot find us, sorry, we are back. We are back. This is IPOB Western Cape. This is IPOB Western Cape Media TV. Here we speak nothing but the truth. We are without fear or favor. We are fearless before our enemies. We are not here to represent any individual, but to represent and to defend our fatherland, Biafra. Because for us, it is Biafra today, tomorrow, and forever. If you are offended by our resolve, we have no apologies for that. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra IPOB worldwide, and his position is incontestable. IPOB is here to restore Biafra, and we are not going to be swayed until Biafra is restored. Welcome to IPOB Western Cape's South Africa Media TV, saying it the way it is. Yes, here we say it the way it is, without fear. We say it the way it is because we are the children of Chukwuka Abiyama. We're not afraid of anybody. And we don't want you to feel happy, because truth is not supposed to make you happy. So we are here this evening to continue to propagate the message for the restoration of the independent state of Biafra. And we shall continue to do so until Biafra is restored, as we have promised, and we keep to our promises. We are not here to make anybody happy, but to speak the truth at all times. So if you have not shared this program, I want you to do so immediately. Invite people to this program, because we need people to be here to hear our message. Because our message is message of freedom. And that is what you represent. And that is what I represent. So I need you to be here and pay attention to what we have to say this evening. Our program this evening is not gonna last for long. It's gonna be short. We just come here this evening to pass a message to us, speak to us in a language that we understand, language of freedom. So I want you to relax
while we continue to doing what we come here to do this evening. And before I continue this evening, I bring greetings to you, fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom all over the world, wherever you are this evening, from our coordinator, the coordinator of IPOB Western Cape, Mazino Sentialia. Mazino Sentialia is IPOB Western Cape coordinator. Mazino Sentialia is a Biafran who is fighting both in spirit and physically to make sure that Biafra is restored. Mazino Sentialia is an ardent follower and listener of Mazin Amdekan. He keeps to the promises of Mazin Amdekan to make sure that Biafra is restored. We do not have any other IPOB Western Cape coordinator representing this zone. So wherever you find any individual or group of people propagating or lies that they are the IPOB Western Cape executive or leaders, except the one I just mentioned, Mazino Sentialia, I want you to disregard such individuals. They are nothing but clowns. They are nothing but scams, criminals, and Confucianists, agents of confusion. You must stay away from them. Stay away from whatever that has to do with such people. They are not part of this family. They have never been. I bring greetings to you from the executive of IPOB Western Cape Zone. I want you to know that men are working assiduously with all their hearts, with all their spirit, with all their souls to make sure that Biafra is restored. And I can assure you that this is the only zone, Banon, that still stand on the principles of this noble family IPOB. We are not joke. We can never be joke. We stand on the IPOB Code of Conduct. Whatever IPOB Code of Conduct says is what we do. We cannot operate outside IPOB Code of Conduct, not today, not tomorrow, and not forever. Here we are without envy and without jealousy. That is why we support anything that has to do with Biafra, no matter who is leading it, no matter who is in charge. Whereas you are propagating the message of freedom, we are there before you arrive. That is who we are. That is IPOB Western Cape for you. That is why we are here. That is why this channel, this page in which you are viewing us this evening was created. When all the social media belonging to IPOB collapsed, we have to float this channel to fill the gap and to continue doing what Mazin Amdekan would have wished that we should do, whether he is here or not. So I thank you for being part of this program this evening. My name is Mazo Ebuchi. I am your host, and by the special grace of Chukwu Okeabiama, I am the Parklands Unit Coordinator, a believer, a diehard of this struggle. And it's nothing that pleases me to know that I am a Biafran and I belong to this noble family IPOB worldwide, being led by our leader, Mazin Amdekan. Whether he is here or not, Mazin Amdekan remains the leader of this struggle. Thank you for being part of this program this evening. You might be asking, where have Mazo Ebuchi gone to? Why have I stayed away all this while? Why? Well, there is no problem. I'm alive, I am hot, I am healthy, I am strong. There is no need to explain anything. I was engaged for something that I was pursuing, but now everything is all right. I am back, and this program is back. So if you have asked for me, thank you. I thank those who thought it wise to look for me, to those who call me on phone, those who write me on our Facebook page or social media page to ask what is going on with me, which I'm grateful, as I was explaining to them, that I'm very, very okay, just that I had to fix something which I cannot do do it with social media live at the same time. So I thank you. Who asked after me why I was aware. I thank you. And those who did not ask, I love you too. Thank you. I welcome each and every one of you. The good thing is that you are here. The good thing that is you are alive. I am alive. Everybody's okay. Nobody is sick. Nobody is dead. We are still here waiting for Biafra to be restored. And by the special grace of Chukwukabia, each and every one of us who are here this evening will witness the coming of Biafra. Because that is our heart desires. That is what we live for. That is what we are born for. And we will be alive to see it. We will not die untimely death. Nothing will happen to you, and nothing will happen to me. Each and every one of us will be alive to witness Biafra. A lot of water has gone through the bridge. Why I was aware, so many things happened. Around our leader, Mazinam Dekano, Biafra redeclaration on the 2nd of December is fast approaching, is here. A lot of new ground were broken through the IPOB, through the Biafra Republic government in exile, lobbyists, a lot of achievements, a lot of milestones, a lot of things. While I was behind, I was following things as they were coming. And I was very, very happy to witness those things. I'm happy that I am a Biafran. On the part of our leader, I'm not entirely happy because things were not going the way we would have wished that things should be. We thought that by now, Mazinam Dekano would have been a free man. But because of the stubbornness of the government of Nigeria, they insist, or rather keep insisting, that Mazinam Dekano should be kept wherever they keep him today. But I want to promise Nigeria that one thing that they cannot do is to stop Biafra. No matter how hard they try, no matter how hard Nigerian government and Nigerian people try, they can never stop the coming of Biafra. It's a mandate that Biafra must come. Nothing will stop it. So there is no need keeping Mazinam Dekano, because one of the reasons Mazinam Dekano was kidnapped is to stop Biafra, is stop the agitation, to stop the coming of Biafra. But every sane human being living on this planet today would witness that that does not even stop anything. In fact, it poured more petrol to fire, because the way and the manner that Biafra is going these days is too much. No human being can control it anymore. It has gone beyond any mortal man to control. Nobody can control it anymore. So for me, Nigerian government and their agent, which is Britain, are still living outside reality, because the reality is staring them in their faces. But the truth is that they chose to live in lies. They do not want to accept the truth that they made a mortal mistake going to kidnap Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And they keep making more mistakes, holding him against international condemnation, against their own courts' judgments, against their politicians' advice, and whatever. They have chosen to go, against all these reasonable advices coming from different channels. The other time, while I was away, there was a news that broke that Nigerian government refused to accept the recusal of Binta Nyako. It is laughable when you see people who are supposed to be thinking straight, they chose to think the other way. A judge recused herself from a case, and you are still going to force that judge to continue to handle that case. I thank God that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and the legal team then listened to the advice that we gave, because I've called them time with that number through this platform to ask for a change of judge, because it is obvious that Binta Nyako is not neutral. It is obvious that Binta Nyako could not handle this case further. She has exhausted everything that she knew. And looking at this, following the events as they unfolded, you would agree with me that it came to a point where Binta Nyako were like, oh, I am dead. She doesn't even know if she should stay to Nigerian government. I could not go further. So immediately Mazi Nnamdi Kanu made that request for her recusal. She grabbed it with two hands. I was so happy that she was recused from that case, because it is back and forth. I said it even before this things started happening. I said that this case will get to a point, it will get stuck somewhere. It will stuck. It won't go forward. It won't go backward. It will be stuck. I said it. That Nigerian government does not have anything against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They don't know. In fact, they are regretting, why did we even go to kidnap this guy in the first place? Because it's like Biafra that was 1 mile or 2 miles away, they drew it very close by this singular act of kidnap. And they have made themselves laughing stock to the international community. No sane countries in the world takes Nigeria government serious anymore. When it comes to human rights, Nigeria is on the ground. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry about that. It was a network issue. So, but we are back. So now, as I continue to talk about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and the shameful acts of Nigerian government. So there's something that Supreme Court said that indicted Binta Nyako in their judgment. And Barrister Lloyd Makok wrote about it the other time. When he said he said something in his Twitter page. He said that, and Barrister Lloyd Makok wrote that the judge in Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's case was recused partly because the Supreme Court said the indifference of the trial court to these attacks on the respondent, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and the violation of his rights while he was in custody of the law rendered the impartiality of the trial judge suspect. This is the only statement that indicted Binta Nyako and made me to arrive in that conclusion when I was calling Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's legal team to explore this part of recusing this judge from this case. As a judge, anytime your impartiality is questioned, it is over for you. It is over for you. And in the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, in the position of Binta Nyako, her impartiality was questioned by the Supreme Court, the highest court in the land. And to further make it very, very open that she is partial in this case, she refused to accept the instructions of the Supreme Court in regard of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the restoration of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's bail. She blatantly refused. She refused to restore the bail of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. She rather chose to further the trial, but she refused to allow Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's bail to be restored. Now we're questioning her during that period. How could this case trial go further when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's when all the what's it called? When all the things that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu keep pointing at, you refuse to address them. When it comes to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you become indifferent. As the Supreme Court rightly pointed, that her indifference to anything that has to do with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is alarming, is troubling. Something is not right. Now, the same judge, after recusing herself from this case, the Nigerian, is it Attorney General or whatever his name is, refused to accept her recusal request and asked Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to go back to the same judge that he himself requested that she should recuse herself. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu lost every confidence on this particular judge. Why do you have to force him to go back to the same judge. That is the impartiality of Nigerian government. We have said it several times. Why wasting people's time and resources going to this shenanigan you call court, trial, whatever? Go to bring out read it and condemn Mazin Amdekano and send him to wherever you want to send him. Then let's see how it will go. You don't have to waste your time. You are not dealing with idiots here. You are dealing with human beings. Let me show you. Let me play to you what Mazin Amdekano's lawyer said. What is his name? Maswell. Now listen. I didn't put it in the system. Let me just play it here.
So now that you have arrested, you come down over Swiki that time. Now the Kalu came up. Now that you have arrested, now the Kalu.
And I'm
It's not negotiable. It's negotiable for Christ's sake.
wow.
If this are not working, I told you that I gave them.
Whoa.
I said that.
Okay. I will repeat it. I will repeat it. Look. Let me take it again.
A lot of people were agitated. So arrested, you come down over Swiki that time. Now the Kalu came up. Now that you have arrested, now the Kalu, someone is here. I think this data from Nate was telling you that even if you arrest Simon Eba today, another Simon Eba will come out. So the issue there is that address all those issues. The only thing that we can negotiate with him and allow him to continue with his agitation. If he meets the criteria of being having his own Biafra, so be it. Don't tell us that this country is not negotiable. It's not negotiable. The unity of this country is not negotiable. It's negotiable for Christ's sake. Because if things are not working the way it's supposed to be, I told you the other day, I said that somebody from China has a seat in this country and somebody from Southeast. Let's see what is going on now. The president is from where? Vice is from where? Speaker is from where? Senate president is from where? CJN is from where? Court of Appeal president is from where? National Industrial Court president is from where? Chief Judge of Federal High Court is from where? You are telling me that yes, now that you have removed Kennedy Handele and you have now brought in Yankojuku, that the people of Southeast will jubilate. Are you talking to idiots? Look at the people that you are talking about. Check, let me start with this first.
Now that is the question. That question he asks is exactly what I'm saying. Are you talking to idiots? With idiots here. Are you talking to idiots? You chose the judgment that is palatable to you. Then you discard the one that does not make you happy. Supreme Court said to Bintanyako in their judgment, you are wrong in the first place, revoking the bail of Mazin Amdekano. You must restore that bail. Now, you did not listen to this. Then you went down to where they said that Mazin Amdekano should answer for all the charges against him. Then you chose that one and discard the rest. And you think people are stupid. Why are you wasting resources? Wasting people's time? Go to your bedroom, write judgment without trial, and read it. In the case of Mazin Amdekano, and let us see how it will go. No need wasting people's time. Because if you think that all these things can make Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to start thinking or to start talking about stepping down from the struggle of Biafra, you are a joke. Because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that we know, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that I follow, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that I heard his voice and joined, can never step down from this struggle. He said that instead of Biafra not to come, it's better he is lowered to the grave. And he stood by it up to today. So Nigerian government should stop wasting their time trying to frustrate Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, trying to run his spirit down. You can, for 4 years you've been trying. You have not succeeded. How long do you want to continue? How long will Nigerian government continue to live in dreamland? Why not Nigerian government wake up from their dream and face reality that Nigeria has gone beyond? In fact, I don't know what other people think, but for Biafrans, Biafrans does not have anything left in Nigeria. Just like Maxwell listed. Maxwell listed all the positions in government in Nigeria. No Igbo person is involved. I just played it now. From the president down, no singular Igbo man there. Remember that when it comes to Nigeria, we have 3 major ethnic groups, which comprises Igbo, Hausas, and Yorubas. These are 3 major tribes in Nigeria. Now, when it comes to running Nigeria, one of the major tribes is not involved. It is only the other 2 that people voted for to run their affairs, or that are qualified to run the affairs of Nigeria. The third party that made the components of that country, which is Indigo, is not part of that. They are not wise enough. They don't have anything to contribute. They are not qualified to be the president. They are not qualified to be the vice. They're not qualified to be the Senate president. They're not qualified to be the NCA, the National Security Agency. They're not qualified to be the army, what's it called? The army, whatever, I don't know what they call that, those ones. But you understand what I'm saying? They're not qualified to be in the security settings of the country where they are majority. And when you come back, when those people said, "Oh, we don't feel part of this part of this country," you said, "No, why would you say so? You are part of it. Are you not in Lagos doing business? Don't you own houses? We sell houses to you. You build houses here in Lagos, in Abuja, in all the north. So why would you say you're not part of this country? Why would you say you don't feel at home in this country?" They think when they do these things, they think we are stupid. They see us as a stupid people because they succeeded in extracting those flavors in our midst and made them political leaders who could not speak for their people, for the interests of their people. Who was saying in the other time that, oh, when they are going to Abuja to see the president to discuss how Mazi Nnamdi Kanu should be released, they also attached with them the file of their sons, one of their sons, who they want to give something in the government. So when they get there, this one is not working. At least this one will work. Mad people everywhere. These are people that are making Ndibo look stupid in the eyes of the rest of Nigerians. So what am I saying this evening in regards to this? That Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has right to do what he did. And nobody should deny him that right. He does not feel safe. He did not see justice. He did not feel that, oh, this judge is neutral. He saw that this judge has colluded. He saw that this judge was in a mission to destroy him. Hence, he asked for her recusal. And the honorable thing for Nigeria to do is to accept that and assign a new judge to this case, if they insist that this case must go on. But if there are people that will listen to voice of reasoning, they should understand that there is nothing in this case. They are just beating around the bush. They are just using their power to suppress or to try to oppress and suppress an innocent man. What is wrong in what Mazi Ebuchi is doing now? Will you kill me for doing this? Will you kill me for doing what I'm doing or send me to jail for doing what I'm doing right now? This is exactly what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was doing. He did not kill anybody. He did not steal anything from anybody. He did not dupe anybody. He did not take what does not belong to him. He did not tell Nigeria, Yoruba people to be part of Biafra or Hausa people to be part of Biafra. Why would you tag what he's doing crime and went out of your way to kidnap him, thinking that it would, as you kidnap him, you will just take him to the courts and condemn him to whatever you wish you want to achieve? So Nigerian government should listen to the voice of the other day. I was listening to when they were doing the burial of late Senator Ifeanyi Ubah. I saw where Rochas Okorocha for the first time lend his voice to call for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We are not moved because in several occasions, many of them have come out to call for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, but Nigerian government refused. Nigeria is destined to doom. So there's nothing you can say to them that will change the course, because they are heading to the rock. Until they hit the rock, they will never listen. They will never look back. Their ears are blocked. They have ears, but they could not hear. Their eyes are blindfolded. They have eyes. They could not see. So, all the other, in the past, the UN has called to ask Nigerian government to free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu unconditionally. Courts in Abia State follow suit. Another one in Enugu did the same. Court of Appeal asked Nigerian government to free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu unconditionally. Supreme Court of Nigeria asked Nigerian government to restore Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's bail. Series of Igbo noblemen from Igbo land, both late Mbazulika and Mechi, Iwanyanwu of yesterday have called Nigerian government, pleaded with Nigerian government. Mbazika said so. Let Mbazika said, Amaechi said so, that Nigerian government should grant him that last wish. Iwanyanwu did the same, that Nigerian government should grant him the last wish to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Politicians in Igbo land, in South, in Yoruba land, in the North, have come together, over 50 of them, to ask Nigerian government to free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Individuals, noble men and women have come out to ask Nigerian government to free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Now, the question is, why would Nigerian government remain adamant after all these people, all these establishments? Why would Nigerian government give it a trial, release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? He did nothing. That is the truth. They are not asking you based on, what's it called? Based on pity. No. They have looked through this case. They have seen all the evidence before them, and they notice that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is nothing but a political prisoner. So there is no amount of delay that could convict him. There is no amount of delay that could make him guilty, because there is no case anywhere against him. Nothing is real. He's not a terrorist, is it? Is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu a terrorist? If Mazi Nnamdi Kanu were to be a terrorist, Nigerian government bring the evidence. I know that if you have any evidence of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu committing act of terrorism, you would have brought it before the court by now and convict him. But the truth is that there is nothing. It does not exist anywhere. It only exists in your mouth, not in reality. And unfortunately for you, unfortunate to us, you could not convict a person by mere word. There must be evidence. Court does not operate on verbal talks and other stuff. You have to present evidence before the court that which will enable the court to check if this is actually a crime. Because not all evidence is a crime. Because there is evidence that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was broadcasting from London. There's evidence that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was agitating for Biafra. But is it a crime, I ask? At least if you ask today, oh, where is the evidence of Fulani herdsmen committing acts of terrorism? We flood you with tens and thousands of them. Where they went to schools, kidnapped kids, when they went to innocent civilians and spray them bullets. We show you a lot of them. I will show you a lot of acts of terrorism. You cannot say that of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB or any group fighting for Biafra today. So where is the terrorism charges coming from? So it does not exist. That is the truth. That is why every sane human being on this planet today who knows about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu predicament will boldly come out to ask Nigerian government to free him. So, Rochas Okorocha joined the wagon to call for his release. And I'm happy that he did so. Whether he meant it or not, it's not important. The important is we are taking notes. There is record that they all have agreed with us. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is innocent. So Nigerian government, after this recusal, should be shameful enough to do the needful. Tinubu, I know you are a Yoruba man, a Yariba, and I know how much you people hate Ndibo and anything that has to do with Biafra. I know how you people were used during the war to cause a collateral damage against us. I remember how Awolowo brought that policy of starvation which ended up eliminating over 3 million of our children. I know. And I know that today, no Yariba man has come out to apologize on behalf of Awolowo for that crime against humanity. And I know that Awolowo's soul is boiling in hell, if there's anything like that today. I know. And I know that you are only towing the part of Awolowo and the rest of the Yariba people who hated Ndibo. But I want you to know that no amount of hatred can break Biafrans. We are unbreakable. We are like seed. The more you bury us, the more we germinate. You cannot break us. So, the right thing for you to do is to listen to the voice of reasoning, or rather, to the voices of reasoning. Who kept calling on you to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Release him and let him go. Now I'm gonna stop it here because I'm not gonna waste much time today in this program. In the next few minutes, we'll be ending this program. And I want to, if you look at our topic today, it says that if Biafra is restored on 2nd of December, what will be your honest expectations? Well, Biafra restoration is going to happen on the 2nd of December. And the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile, Mazi Simon Ekpa, is leading it. By the way, we IPOB Western Cape, we are not against Mazi Simon Ekpa. We can never be. We are not against Biafra Republic government in exile. We will never be. Every human being on earth today who followed the antecedents of this zone knows where we stand. That does not make us, like other people would say, why would you support Mazi Simon Ekpa? Are you not IPOB? Then the question that we keep asking them is, when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, go and listen to Simon Ekpa, who is creating awareness, or who is creating or taking the new dimension? Who is bringing another dimension? Exactly. Thank you, Mazi. What does that mean? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, whom you people are saying you are defending, so that it will be Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that will bring Biafra. Who told you that it's not Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that is bringing Biafra? Even if someone else should restore Biafra today, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the one who brings Biafra. It does not matter what anybody is doing today. You are doing it on top of the foundation that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu already built. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said in America, if anyone amongst you or any day I see anybody or anyone who know more than I know, who can do more than I am doing, I will happily step aside for him. It's Mazi Nnamdi Kanu who said it. All of you were there opening your ears and we were clapping when he said it. Did you get the point? You didn't get the point. Out of envy, jealousy, hatred for your fellow human being. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, when he was narrating, he said the problem that he has, why they are calling him names, why they said he was destroying Igbo land, why they say that he was forcing the Igbo to do this and do that, they were doing it out of envy. That why must he be Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Why not me? Why must he be Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Why must he be Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that is doing it? Why is he supposed to be me? The same thing they are doing today. Why must it be Simon Ekpa? Who is Simon Ekpa? Ekberima. Who is Simon Ekpa? Who is his father? Where did he come from? That is the question they asked Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The same question they are asking today. Who is Simon Ekpa? Why must it be Simon Ekpa? Now you ask them, if it is not Simon Ekpa, if it is not Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, then who? It's obvious that you cannot do it. Look at it now. It's glaring. For the past 48 hours, that the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic Government in exile, Mazi Simon Ekpa, is off social media. Look at how quiet social media has become. Nothing is happening anymore. Even Twitter noticed that something is not missing. Apart in today, Twitter know that Mazi Simon Ekpa is not on social media. Where are those people? They are waiting for Simon Ekpa so that they can start creating content. Where are they? Why is it quiet everywhere? This has just explained to you all you need to know about these people. They have nothing to offer. Look at IPOB and the condition of IPOB. I keep telling them, in our platform, I will tell them I'm not, in fact, look at me so much. Look at me. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid of you. Whoever you are, I can never be afraid of you. Why would I be afraid of he who can only but kill the flesh? Huh? The only thing you can do is to kill this flesh and put me out of the misery. Because sometimes I think those who are dead are better off those who are alive. Because they don't see all these things anymore. Those who are dead does not see this wickedness, this rate of jealousy. One of them said that if someone ever succeeded in restoring Biafra, that he's going to become a rebel. The one that called himself Biafran child, the adult who refuses to grow up, that name will never leave him. Even though if he like, let him change it. That name will follow him, Biafran child, and he will remain a child for the rest of his life. Because when he reason, you can be able to see that a child, this is a child in adult flesh, in adult body. He said, if someone ever succeed to restore Biafra, that he is going to be a rebel. Look at it. And he is doing all these things, expecting, or rather, what his brain is telling him is that, oh, he is doing what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be happy when he comes out. That he's fighting for him. Now I ask him, since Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's kidnap, have you heard him say, my people, please fight for me. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu does not need you to fight for him. He fights his battles. He knows how to fight and win his battles. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu told you to fight for Biafra. You that is listening to me today, are you still fighting for Biafra? Or have you joined those who said, why must it be me? Why must it be Simon Eber? Why not me? Now, ask them. The IPOB that was given to you in a platter of gold, what have you made out of it? What is the condition of IPOB today? If IPOB were to be taken to a doctor for diagnosis, what will the doctor diagnose? Will the doctor be able to find a single blood running in the veil of IPOB, remaining in the veil of IPOB today? If IPOB were to be a human being, and the condition that you people have kept him, the condition that Chike does them and the rest of the DOS are wise, and the rest of, in fact, it's appalling, it's heartbreaking. When I listen to our people, the way they reason. Now, when you listen to them, you say, oh, what a people. Why would if we are not destined for destruction or elimination, why would we reason this way? Like children. Like children. Why are you fighting a battle that you do not have anything to gain out of it? All you wish for Simon Ekpa and the government that he runs is failure. Why would you wish them to fail? By failing, don't you know that by their failure, don't you know that you also failed? Their success should be your success. It's going to be our Biafra. It's going to be our country. It is not going to be Biafra for Mazi Simon Ekpa. It's not going to be Biafra for those who are in his government. So why are you wishing him failure? What is now different between you and those one Nigerianists who vow that Biafra will never be restored? When you hear them or when you come across their platforms, say that, oh, these people are joke. Biafra will never come. Over their dead body will Biafra come. Biafra will never come. You will be condemning them, will be attacking them in their platform. But you come back, the same you will come back to say, oh, instead of Mazi Simon Ekpa to restore Biafra, may Biafra never come. And if he succeeded in restoring Biafra, I am going to be a rebel to sabotage. And you think that you are doing to anybody, you are doing to yourself. You are wishing yourself death, thinking that you are wishing another person. Biafra is for us. If Mazi Simon Ekpa and his government succeeded on 2nd of December to restore Biafra, what will be your honest expectations? For me, I would expect that the United States of America should recognize Biafra. Just give us recognition. Because from what I'm hearing on the social media, I heard that Donald Trump is said to recognize the state of Somaliland. And that is going to be a great news for us, for the Amazonians, for Biafrans. If Donald Trump recognizes Somaliland as a country, then we Biafrans, there is hope for us that he will recognize us too. So that is my expectation. Expectation number one. So what is your expectations on 2nd of December going forward concerning Biafra? I do not wish that Nigerian government should allow this to drag for a long time. I do not also wish that we should go to armed confrontation, like conventional war with Nigeria. War have never solved any problem anywhere. Even if there is a conventional war today, it will still end on round table. It happened during the Biafran War. It still end on round table where everything was discussed. So I wouldn't want Nigerian government to push this thing to that. I wouldn't want it. I would want Nigerian government to respect that. The decision of over 50 million people who have voted yes. And if they are not satisfied, they should organize, they should call you, US should come in and organize a referendum of their choice. I don't think the Biafran government in SI insists that it must be this one. If you do not want to recognize this one, then call for your own. Call for the one that you want, then let us go out and vote. Let Nigeria not drag this thing. Because from December 2nd, going forward, anything can happen. And I wish that both Nigerian government and British government should come to realization, do not know that it is over. Biafra, in fact, we are no more part of it. You know it. Only that you don't want to accept the reality. Why? What are we still doing in Nigeria? What are we contributing in Nigeria? What part of our land is still following the instructions of Nigerian government? So what I'm saying this evening is that on December 2nd, as Biafra will be restored by the Biafra Republic government in exile, let the world lend their voices. Let Britain advise their company, Nigeria, to let things be. Enough of shedding of blood, enough of hatred, enough of all these things. It does not solve any problem. It has never solved any problem. It is not by force. Marriage is not by force. Friendship is not by force. Relationship is not by force. Two cannot work together unless they are. Two cannot work together unless they are agreed. Before you go to a woman, you first and foremost call her and tell her your intention. Speak to her about it. If she agrees to be your wife, then you proceed further. And while you people are in that marriage, If any one of you gets tired of the marriage, and the other one tried to talk her or him into changing his mind or her mind, and she refuses and said, oh, my mind is made up, the best thing to do is to let he or her go. You don't force people on relationship. If you do, at the end of the day, one will end up buying another. Just like what is happening in Nigeria today. If you come to our land, there is roadblock everywhere. What are they doing? They are trying to intimidate us into submission. Because they know they don't trust us anymore. How could you live with me if you don't trust me? How could you work with me? How could you do business with me if you do not trust me? So Nigerian government does not trust us anymore. That is why they have flooded our land with checkpoints to be able to checkmate us, to watch us, to control us. So it is now very, very glaring that we as Biafrans are no more part of Nigeria. So the best thing for Nigeria to do is, after the declaration of Biafra on the 2nd of December, they should accept the decision of the people. 50 million is not a joke. If you think it is easy, go and check how many millions of people who voted for the past elections in Nigeria. If they have ever recorded 50 million votes. But the Biafrans has garnered over 50 million votes and still counting. And you are taking such people for a joke? You know how much resources that this referendum took for over 50 million people to vote? Do you know how much it cost the government? So I'm looking forward, expecting that United States of America should recognize us after 2nd of December, and other friends of Biafrans, all of them should come out and recognize us. We need them to recognize this emerging nation. And we are not going to disappoint the world. We are democratic in nature. We are not going to disappoint the world. So those who are envious of what Mazi Simon and his government are doing should think twice. Whoever you are, I know a lot of you are in IPOB. And when I ask you, tell me, oh, if I want to follow Mazi Simon, if I'm supporting Mazi Simon, I should leave IPOB and go and follow and join Mazi Simon. Who are you to dictate for me? Did you bring me to IPOB before? Did I discuss with you? Did I take oath under you? Did I swear allegiance to you? You do not have right to tell me what to do as long as this struggle is concerned. I'm fighting for myself just like you are fighting for yourself. That I'm in IPOB does not mean that I do not have the mind of my own. I know that they have beaten up people because of Mazi Moneba. In this South Africa, they have thrown people out of their houses, stole their money, broke their house, while they are away, slapped them, assaulted them, and do all manner of intimidation just to show them that, oh, we are powerful more than you, we are more richer than you, we are more powerful more than you, we can't do nothing. And when you ask them, they will call you, they will tell you that we are whiter than white and we are whiter than snow. On our next program, I'll be showing you a video where they have a coordinator in South Africa went to another IPOB's house because that IPOB, that comrade is staying in his house. He's renting from him, not free. He's renting from him. But because this other comrade, the tenant, is a supporter of what Simon Ekpa is doing. And the landlord, which is the coordinator, is those who DOS are whites. Now he got offended. For you to see that if things are not controlled, very soon, I've said it here before in this platform, that if things were not controlled in IPOB, very soon they will be going for each other's head. It has started, yo. On my next program, make it as a date. I will show a video of this story I'm telling you today. Now, one day, that comrade left for work. The landlord, which is a coordinator in IPOB, called the thugs. We call them here. Those criminals, street urchins. He gathered them and went straight to this comrade's house. Remember, he took an oath and broke down the door and forcefully entered into his house, which he is paying. Remember, he's not owing him a dime. After breaking the door, forcefully entering with all the criminals he came with, they packed every property in the house, threw it outside, broke his wardrobe, took over 10,000 rands there, and left. And when this brother came back, he found out that his house is empty. He went straight to his wardrobe. He could not find his money anymore. This is happening in IPOB, South Africa today. Klesdorp, to be precise. This is the people that we have been shouting, oh, wa Chineke, for all these years. These are the people that you were willing to die for. You were willing to share your secret for. If you see business, you call them, thinking that they are thinking the same thing with you. Don't know they are sheep, they are wolves in sheep clothing. And that is why I said that whatever that happened to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu came to teach us a lot of things. And we are learning. And we are learning in a very hard way. And I know that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu himself has learned a lot. They want to pitch him against Mazi Simon Ekpa. They have tried so many times to make to push Mazi Nnamdi Kanu so he could come and condemn Mazi Simon Ekpa. But Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a wise man. Up to today, they are still trying. They have tried to push Mazi Simon Ekpa to speak ill against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But due to his wisdom, up to date, he refused. These are two legends Chukwu Abiyama gave us for the purpose of restoration of Biafra. And they understood that indeed they are here for this purpose. They cannot pitch them against each other. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, I saw those who say, oh, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is coming back. And he's coming back to fight Mazi Simon Ekpa. Look at what a human being who suckled the breast of his mother is saying. So Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, what he is inside suffering for is to fight Mazi Nnamdi, but not Nigeria anymore. I thank you, fellow Biafrans. We're going to end this program here this evening. Like I said, I'm back. And by the special grace of Chukwuka, I'm going to be frequent as usual because we have a lot of things to do. This December 2nd, we need to be coming live to, if there's any news in regards to that. And so many people are calling me, oh, Mazi, what is happening to our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa? Is it okay? Yeah. According to, I follow his media personnel and people that matters in his government. And nothing is wrong with him. It is a planned thing. They planned it to be so. And let me tell you, if there is anything wrong, those rats would have smelt it. They would have brought it to the public. He is okay. And I know that when the time is right, he will surface. He will resurface and continue whatever he's doing. But I think he is preparing for the 2nd of December because it's not easy. If you think it's easy, you are a joke. It's not easy, my dear friends. It's not easy. So I thank you for being part of this program this evening, fellow Biafrans. I love you so much. I will continue to pray for you as you continue to pray for us. Continue to pray for our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Continue to pray for Mazi Simon Ekpa. Continue to pray for Biafra Liberation Army. Continue to pray for Biafra Republic Government in exile. Continue to pray for every lover of freedom because we need each other. And like I will always say, divided we shall fall, but united we shall stand. Let us stand and fight our common enemy. The only reason we are here today is for Biafra to come. Not who restored it or how it is restored. If you don't want to be part of Mazi Simon Ekpa's government, it's okay. I'm not part of his government. But am I supporting him? Of course. I am supporting him because I need freedom. If his activities can give me Biafra today, who cares? I need Biafra. And I need it like yesterday. So let us continue to pray for them and do not forget to pray for yourself. It is very, very important. In our next program, we may be having a guest in the house, but I have not resolved that yet. I will make contacts. We will be having a guest in the house. So I want you to make a date with us. Always check our platforms to know when we post news of our coming to life. I thank you for being part of this program this evening. May Chukwuka continuously bless you and bless all of us. From me, from here, it is good night.
Land of the rising sun. see